Well, hey guys, you know I'm a huge fan of keeping your skincare routine to a minimum. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some skincare ingredient multitaskers, ingredients that have multiple skin benefits and will help you in cutting down on the number of products that you need. I'm also going to be sharing with you some of my favorite skincare products that include these ingredients. And all of these products can be found at my favorite place online, iHerb. Today's video is in partnership with iHerb, and you guys know I've been shopping on iHerb pretty much weekly for years and years now. I talk about it all the time. They've got a variety of grocery items on there, but a ton of fantastic skincare brands and beauty brands. I keep going back to iHerb because they offer the greatest value for beauty and wellness products worldwide. If you've ever shopped on their site, the selection of products is so exciting to scroll through. It brings you joy in choosing something, and they've got something for every price point. I love their philosophy and that they believe that customers deserve top quality in their beauty and wellness products, regardless of their budget, and that quality should be available at every price point. Everyone should feel like $1,000,000. Definitely check out their website. They carry thousands of beauty and wellness products from around the world, including Korea, Japan, the US, Australia, New Zealand, Finland, and the UAE. They offer shipping to 180 countries. It's really a one-stop shop for global beauty. You can go there and find all of your favorite K-beauty and J-beauty skincare products. I don't think I've ever told you guys about this, but iHerb has this amazing rewards program where you can get credit for doing a variety of tasks. You can get credit for writing a review of a product that you have purchased, for answering a question that another customer has asked about a product that you have purchased, or you can get credit by referring friends and family. The rewards program gives you $5 for every new customer that you refer to iHerb, or it will give you 5% for referring an existing customer back to iHerb. And if you've earned $100 US or more, you can actually cash out. Rather than using your rewards for iHerb purchases, you can get cash back. So it's a way to make money by writing reviews on things that you use and love and buy. So definitely check them out. I will link all of the products that I'm talking about in today's video in the description box. Thank you, iHerb, for sponsoring today's video. Number one is an ingredient that has been around for a long time, but it really blew up in 2020. And now pretty much every brand has a product with it. And that is niacinamide. Chances are you've been using this already for a long time, but what is niacinamide? Otherwise known as vitamin B3. It is a B vitamin and it has numerous benefits for your skin. It's anti-inflammatory and it can help in inhibiting the enzyme tyrosinase that leads to hyperpigmentation. So it's a great ingredient if you deal with discoloration. And it is an acne sufferer's friend because not only is it anti-inflammatory, but it's been shown to help in reducing oil production, and it nourishes the skin moisture barrier. It helps to boost up ceramide production. And as you guys know from my videos, your skin barrier helps to keep water in the skin as well as to keep irritating things from getting into your skin. So by incorporating niacinamide and helping the health of your moisture barrier through boosting up ceramides, you really can help to not only reduce irritation, but overall improve the hydration of the skin. And that's gonna plump up the skin and improve the look of wrinkles and fine lines. So you can think of it as an anti-aging ingredient for sure. It's an antioxidant, so it can reduce reactive oxygen species that damage DNA in our skin cells, as well as proteins and lipids, and lead to premature skin aging. Its anti-inflammatory and anti-redness properties make it a wonderful ingredient for those of you who deal with rosacea. Niacinamide can be used alongside any other ingredient. It's a common misconception that it can't be used with vitamin C, but that was based on a very, very old study looking at vitamin C and niacinamide at high temperatures, and in real world use, it's not applicable. So yeah, you can use it alongside vitamin C, and it's generally well tolerated. At most, it can cause irritation. Irritation is a lot more likely using a product that has niacinamide at a very high percentage. And that has become increasingly popular as niacinamide has become a more coveted skincare ingredient over the years. So you'll see, products that are like a 20% niacinamide serum. At that level, it can be a lot more irritating. Stick to anywhere from 5% or less of niacinamide. Niacinamide is already in many moisturizers, including CeraVe. This is wonderful for sensitive skin, rosacea-prone skin, acne-prone skin, mature skin. It is lightweight but moisturizing. Not a whopping dose of niacinamide that's going to be irritating, just enough to help calm down that redness, irritation, and really derive the benefits of niacinamide. I know a lot of you find that product stings. So in the description box, I'll see if I can't list some alternative facial moisturizers with niacinamide in them that, you know, maybe I've talked about in other videos, just to refresh your memory that it's not just that product that you can find with niacinamide. There are several others out there. Okay, similar to niacinamide, the next ingredient is one that offers many similar benefits to niacinamide, can be used alongside niacinamide or by itself, and that is licorice. Glycyrrhiza glabra. It's a mouthful. I'll put it here on the screen because sometimes in skincare products, it will be listed as that. Licorice has a ton of beneficial compounds for the skin. It has antioxidants that are going to reduce reactive oxygen species that damage DNA in our skin cells, damage proteins, lipids, lead to skin aging, impair the moisture barrier, leading to more water loss, irritation. Compounds in licorice decrease production of the enzyme tyrosinase that leads to discoloration. But not only that, there's another compound in licorice, licoritin, that can help in removing existing hyperpigmentation. You get two benefits there as far as hyperpigmentation. So it's a really good ingredient for those of you dealing with dark marks, post-acne marks, discoloration. It's also anti-inflammatory. It can calm down redness. There is a compound, lycochalcone, it's a mouthful. Lycochalcone A is very anti-inflammatory, so it's good for redness, rosacea, and it's very good for people who deal with acne breakouts. Having that anti-inflammatory piece on board will help reduce breakouts. And similar to niacinamide, although we don't have the studies like we do with niacinamide, it too may help in reducing oiliness. Licorice is in a lot of skincare products, it's in a lot of moisturizers, but a product I discovered a few years ago that I love is by this brand, It's Skin. And you guys have heard me talk about it. It's their Li Effector. This is a serum. And I was elated to see that it's on iHerb now because I always had difficulty finding this. I would mention it in a video and it would sell out right away. And so many of you have started using it since I mentioned it, and you love it too. You say you've seen benefits in terms of improving redness and discoloration. You don't have to be too new to the skincare world to know that retinol is a good ingredient for the skin. You've probably heard of it for its anti-aging benefits, namely it can remove sun-damaged skin cells, and with long-term use, it can help in boosting up collagen production in the deeper layers of the skin. The way retinol works is it gets into the skin and is converted to retinoic acid, and that can help in improving how skin cells turn over. It can also help in removing sun damage, as I said, damaged skin cells. Long-term use of retinol also can help in improving the strength, if you will, of the skin barrier. If you are prone to dry, irritated skin, even eczema, believe it or not, retinol can help strengthen the moisture barrier and help reduce flares after long-term use. Now, retinols do have a reputation for being irritating. They lead to a lot of dryness and peeling. And a lot of people with very sensitive skin are told or believe that, oh, they can't use that ingredient. That's not true. It's not the ingredient, it's how you introduce it. So check out my video on using retinol if you have sensitive skin. You guys know a favorite of mine is going to be Differin Gel. It's actually a retinoid, so your skin doesn't even have to convert it to its active form. It's ready to go. And it's a wonderful ingredient, not only for all of these benefits that I've mentioned, but it's FDA approved for the treatment of acne. So if you've got acne, this is a great over-the-counter option. And then there's the Neutrogena Retinol. I've been recommending this for quite some time. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of their Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream. The reason I like Neutrogena's retinol is Johnson & Johnson has been working on retinols for decades, and they have the most patents on retinols, and they have a long-standing track record of retinol formulation. Retinol SA is what is in their products. It stands for Sustained Action, and it's kind of a slow release formulation that helps minimize irritation while allowing for effective delivery of the retinol. And you guys, like I said, I've always recommended the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream, but they recently came out with the Stubborn Marks PM treatment. This is marketed for people who have acne, but it's a more lightweight vehicle in comparison to the Rapid Wrinkle Repair. So I thought I would show it here. Retinol is going to be really useful to you if you deal with discoloration or hyperpigmentation. If you have acne, it's gonna help in in calming down the acne, preventing breakouts in the future, and it's also going to help improve and prevent discoloration, hyperpigmentation. Many of you with acne also have acne that heals with redness. Using retinol can help minimize that, even though it does cause dryness and peeling and some redness in the beginning. Long term, it's actually going to help reduce that for you. And for those of you who are looking for an anti-aging benefit, retinol is going to be your hero ingredient because it's going to remove some sun damage, and with long-term consistent use, it can boost up collagen production in the deeper layers. Retinol also is a great ingredient for improving the appearance of scars, smoothing out scars and improving the appearance of scars. And retinol is also a good ingredient for those of you who deal with stretch marks. Long-term use of retinol can improve the look of stretch marks. Many of you deal with sebaceous hyperplasia. Consistent use of a retinol can help in clearing the sebaceous hyperplasia and preventing future bumps from forming. I have a video all about sebaceous hyperplasia, so make sure you check that out if you're coping with that. And consistent use of retinol can also help reduce the formation and accelerate the clearance of milia, those pesky little bumps that crop up often on the cheeks. Retinol is also going to improve overall skin texture. Another ingredient, which is my next ingredient that can definitely help with skin texture, is urea. Urea is both a humectant, meaning it holds onto water and improves the water content in the skin, and it's a keratolytic, meaning it dissolves the glue between skin cells and helps them shed, and it helps to soften and exfoliate dry, heaped up skin cells. Urea is wonderful if you have any kind of dry skin condition, especially keratosis pilaris, the rough and bumpy skin. Urea can help hydrate the nail plate and improve the health of the nails. And it can enhance penetration of any nail treatments that you may have been prescribed, especially if you're dealing with nail fungus. Some people develop skin thickening that appears discolored. It's called lichenified, but a lot of people who deal with that, they think that it's hyperpigmentation. It's not actual pigment, it's just the fact that the skin has thickened. This notoriously happens like on the elbows and knees, especially anywhere where you have a lot of friction. It's called a frictional dermatosis. I have a video all about this. Urea is also going to be really useful for improving the look of callus on your feet. Now, urea is available in moisturizers at a variety of percentages. This particular product that I've recommended in numerous videos is the Eucerin Roughness Relief Spot Treatment. This is really good for stubborn, dry patches on the elbows, the knees, the feet. I think the percentage of urea is 30%, which is too high to use on the face. But you can comfortably use this on the body. It also has lactic acid, another great ingredient for softening dry, heaped up stuff. Also very good for keratosis pilaris. This is also going to be a good product for those of you who have psoriasis. It can help soften the plaques of psoriasis, smooth them out, flatten them out, and allow for your psoriasis medications better access into those thick plaques of psoriasis. So this is a favorite from Eucerin. And oddly enough, when I was scrolling on iHerb, I saw that one of you guys left a review of this, a glowing review, and you mentioned that you saw it in my elbows and knees video and that it really helped you. So I was glad to see that. Okay, the next ingredient is petrolatum. Vaseline is the brand name for petrolatum. You can also find petrolatum in other branded ointments. It really reduces transepidermal water loss out of the skin better than any other ingredient, and that's going to help with skin healing. Petrolatum is wonderful to put on a clean cut. So after you get a cut, clean it out with some water and apply petrolatum. This is going to seal off the wound and allow for the healthy skin cells to migrate in and fill up the defect, allowing for better healing. It will also prevent the wound from becoming contaminated. Petrolatum, aka Vaseline, has been shown to be equally effective in comparison to an antibiotic ointment, except antibiotic ointments come with a risk of contact dermatitis, and they also come with a risk of bacterial resistance. So plain petrolatum is superior. Yeah, it's a misconception that you should allow a scab to form or dry out a cut, a scrape. If you dry it out and you allow a scab to form, that's gonna get in the way of those skin cells coming in. The wound's gonna contract in a way that's gonna put you at risk for scarring. Petrolatum, also a great ingredient for reducing chafing under the armpits, between the thighs, under the breasts. Wonderful as a lip balm. I'm wearing it currently. And the reason it's so good as a lip balm is that it doesn't have anything else in it. Many lip balms have common allergens, flavorants, dyes that can irritate the skin of the lips. Saliva on the lips is very irritating actually, and it pulls more water out of the skin. So petrolatum is a great ingredient for the lips and the corners of the mouth. I know a lot of you guys deal with angular cheilitis. Petrolatum is going to be a hero ingredient for you in those areas. Wonderful for the delicate skin of the eyelids as well. As an eye cream, you can safely use it. I mean, don't put a big glob, but just a tiny amount, especially at nighttime when our skin is losing more water. Petrolatum to the eyelids, it's a great eye cream. It will help in keeping the eyelid skin healthy, hydrated, and it will reduce penetration of any irritating things that might settle on the skin and try and make their way into your skin and lead to eyelid dermatitis. If you have eczema, petrolatum. It's wonderful for reducing water loss out of the skin, which you're already predisposed to as a result of having eczema. You have an impaired moisture barrier at baseline because of your disease. Last but not least, I'm almost certain you can guess, but the multitasking ingredient is going to be actually a family of ingredients, we'll say. Of course, we know that it's important to wear sunscreen to reduce sun damage that leads to skin aging and to reduce skin cancer formation. Rosacea is triggered by UV exposure. Hyperpigmentation, you get a lot of oxidative stress in the skin from UV rays that leads to more upregulation of discoloration. If you have enlarged pores, well, UV rays, they damage the supportive framework around the pore. It's going to enlarge the pores, make you more prone to blackheads. It causes flares of acne. And of course, as I already mentioned, skin cancer is one of the major motivating factors behind emphasizing the importance of sunscreen, is to reduce the formation of skin cancers. Even if you have a deeper skin tone, it's still important to protect your skin from these rays, because it's not just the burning rays that people with paler skin types, sustain a burn. That's not the only part of UV that we're trying to protect from. There are those UVA rays that penetrate really deeply into the skin, damage collagen, and cause all sorts of inflammatory issues for you. So the ingredients that you're using to improve things or for anti-aging, they're not going to benefit you if you're not protecting your skin from the sun. And a lot of sunscreen is formulated with zinc oxide, which is anti-inflammatory and helps kind of act as a skin protectant. So you can appreciate some benefit in terms of improvement in maybe irritation. And sunscreens are in vehicles, lotions, and creams that are moisturizing. So you get multiple benefits from using a sunscreen. Here's a favorite of mine. I've mentioned it in several videos. This is actually one of the first sunscreens I started using consistently back in the 90s. It's the Eucerin Daily Protection Face Lotion and Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is a great everyday facial sunscreen. It's a combination sunscreen. It has zinc, which is a mineral active. It has titanium dioxide, another mineral active, and it has some chemical filters in it as well. And once you put it on, you give it a few minutes, it really does dry down a lot more transparent and with even less of a cast. And this particular sunscreen is very moisturizing, but it's not greasy or heavy. Another favorite brand of mine is Vanicream, and you can now get Vanicream on iHerb. And I recently reordered, because I shared with you in my sunscreen empties video, I finished up a tube of my favorite lip SPF, the Vanicream SPF 30 lip balm. This is a mineral lip balm, water resistant. I love it. It does leave a little bit of a cast on the lips, but as it dries down, it almost kind of gives a pinkish glow. And this particular product is also great to use around your eyelids. If your eyelid skin is really sensitive to sunscreens, they burn or sting or cause irritation, this is a great one. I am really into the matcha green tea these days, you guys. Hopefully my teeth aren't green. All right, those are the multitasking skincare ingredient heroes. They offer multiple skin benefits and will help you in cutting down on the number of skincare products that you need, because let's face it, as I've always emphasized in my videos, more products, more problems. It's more likely that you're going to develop irritation or some kind of issue if you're using many products. Using many products also, they start to butt heads with one another, and you get pilling of the products. They don't mix well, you know the deal. But the other thing is, after a while, you can't keep up with it all. Your compliance with these complicated skincare routines, it's gonna go down, and that'll be the end of that. So I encourage you to, when you're trying to think of an ingredient to address a problem, reach for ingredients that have multiple skin benefits and that are low risk of irritation. Those that I mentioned here, they're hero ingredients. They have multiple benefits. All right, you guys, check the description box. I will list these products. Thank you, iHerb, for sponsoring today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.